Wilson, Tropic Canada, and we are coming back with the plant of the week. Sorry for the little delay. And this week we are looking at the PASSIFLORA EDULIS sweet granadilla, also known as the yellow passion fruit. Passion fruit are one of the easier tropical plants to grow. They do grow very rapidly. We do keep having to prune them as they like to attack the rest of the greenhouse. And you can get a substantial plant quite quickly. These guys, I want to say they're about 3 to 4 years old. You've got a good mature structure at the bottom, and yeah, the growth on them is quite rapid. We tend to see, I would say, probably more than a foot a month worth of growth on them, so they are quite quick, as long as they're getting a good amount of light. They are a vining plant, and a trellis is really good for them. They do outgrow it fairly quickly, so right now it's on 8-foot canes, and as you can see, there's many different shoots. Pruning does do wonders for more and more shoots, which is more opportunities for fruit as well. So if you've got a great space for them to grow around, we know of one client, they've got it growing sort of over their archway in their house. They've got a grow light set up on that. It's kind of cool. So yeah, very nice plant growing that way. Excuse me. And then you can, like I said, keep them trimmed, keep them to a size so you don't have to let them keep growing. And they do fine with pruning. They are a voracious vine that allows for pruning. You're not worried though if, you know, oh, I cut it here and you lose that whole branch, so to speak. That doesn't happen with them. They'll just reshoot, and you're quite happy with that. So keep them to the size you want, and then that gets you the amount of fruit that you want. So really nice. One thing we were thinking about doing was letting it grow, sort of, you know, go over the greenhouse once we kind of get our little personal greenhouse going, and just have it that way. So that way it's kind of, you know, a nice ornamental piece, but also we get lots of fruit as it grows over the greenhouse. So the sweet granadilla is native to South America and Mexico. The fruit itself are approximately 3 inches long and are yellow to orange when ripe. So you'll see them go from their green, they'll sit green potentially for a while, then all of a sudden they turn color. Now your fruit's ready to pick and eat. We do let ours sit for a little bit longer till they get that nice bright yellowness to them, because you will see them change color, and they're still quite stiff on the branch, where once they get to that nice yellow point, you can either prune them off or they'll pop off. Again, I do like this fruit. So you do want to keep them in the sun. They do very well in the sun. Shade, they slow down a fair bit. So if you, say, had a place in winter that you want to bring them into, slow down the growth rate, just make sure it's not a super bright sunny window, and then it will slow down. You still want them to have sun or good artificial lighting so they stay healthy, but control the daylight length kind of thing for them. So you can eat it. You can eat the fruit fresh. That's how we have had ours, that we've had a few of them now, and we just eat them straight off the vine, or you can use them in dishes, desserts, stuff like that. Lots of people use them in very many different things, such as juicing, and yeah. So they will produce in the first year, and they do start growing fruit very quickly. When we brought them in from outside, they all went into blossom and started producing fruit, so that was kind of awesome. The flowers themselves are very sweet, have a musky aroma to them, and they are those beautiful big, you should have seen pictures of them on our, I think, Instagram that we posted to, and they're a very beautiful, cool looking flower. We've actually had some people buy them just for their flowers, because it's a very unique flower to the plant. And yeah, so they are self-fertile, so you don't need to worry about having multiple different ones. You can just buy the one plant, and you've got yourself a nice selection of passion fruit. The plant itself is fairly low maintenance to care for. You don't want to neglect it outright, but it's not something where you're, again, panicked. Oh no, I need to do this. No. Sort of make sure they're watered with, you know, warm water. And when I say warm water, not cold straight out of the tap, as far as, you know, whatever your temperature is. You want them to have, you know, just like you washing your hands, you want it to be comfortable. That's what the plant wants, because again, it keeps the roots from getting cool and potentially getting damaged. I mentioned that in my sort of walkthrough video. Something I'll probably bang on a bit more with all these videos, just to kind of stress that point, because we're seeing much better results now in the plants, even on gloomy days. They're much happier with those warm roots. So keep the roots warm, and they'll be all that better for it. So they can consume a lot of water on those bright sunny days, or under your grow lights, because they are such vigorous plants. They'll consume that water quickly. So just keep an eye on it and make sure your container size that you have them in is ample, that you're not having to say freak out and go, oh no, I can't leave it go beyond a day without it drying out. So you want that couple of days buffer, gives you freedom to go and have adventure in your life without worrying about your plants. So you want to feed them during the season. We use slow release fertilizer in them. It's good for 1 year. So when you buy it from us, we will generally tell you whether you're good for 6 months still, or whether they've just been fertilized and ready to go. So we tend to do our fertilizing in August. So that's generally when, because that's when our pot-up season is, and that for anything that's still hanging about, or stuff that we're specifically growing for a certain size. So that tends to be our period for fertilizing. And then for the light side of things, just follow your natural light cycle. They still want a winter of reduced daylight length, and then again to help keep that stimulated fruiting. Now they can fruit within their first year. This particular guy, he's in a 5-gallon pot. Like I said, he's about 3-4 years old, so you do not have to wait, let's say, even that 1 year. But even if you were to get a small one, which we are starting to work on getting some smaller of some of the varieties where we've only had big ones per se, because we're able to start growing more in-house, then yeah, in your first year, passion fruit can very much provide fruit for you. So pest-wise, you want to watch out for not woolly aphid, the mealybug. Mealybug, very prolific that we found. They seem to be what attacks it most, and a manual cleaning is all you need to do. If you've got a larger greenhouse structure or sunroom and you tend to have a bit more pests, we do work with natural insect control for our bugs, and there is a specific type of lady beetle, I forget the name of it. It's it's got black and red, not spots, but it's black and red, and those guys seem to be the best for the mealybug. But if you talk to Stephanie, or Steph I believe it is, at Natural Insect Control in St. Catharines, they will be able to help you out with that, and again, help keep your pests controlled, or your pests down naturally, which is the best way to do it, because even if you were to use a chemical spray, they can hide in all the cracks and crevices, and now you're saturating your plant with stuff that you might not necessarily want to consume yourself. So the passion fruit themselves are fun, easy to grow, and a very tasty fruit that the plant yields quite quickly. So if you'd like to add passion fruit, specifically a nice yellow, in the 5-gallon size to your collection, you can give us a call or go to our website for the 2024 pre-order that we're currently doing, and the link will be in the description below. There is pricing availability there, and like I said, I believe the yellow is just in 5-gallon sizes, but come hopefully 2025 we'll have some in the smaller 1-gallon sizing as we start growing our crop. But you can also, again, book an appointment with us down here in Rodney at our farm. I would love to have you by. Give us a call or schedule an appointment. That'd be great. Thank you.